the day or the next day, but I may be wrong. I need to check the initial report they release. I think they did say, if I'm not mistaken, that they might have said it was the day or the day next. So let's say it took her 2 days. Let's say it took her 2 days, between 2 and 4 days. Let's just say it's 8 days. It takes 2 days to get a warrant, right? So that leaves you 6 days. So they say in a couple days. We know how police play word games. We know how police play word games. But we see in the black and white, he was arrested on the 19th. The warrant probably was put out 2 days before, 3 days before. So we giving them a 4-day span. You understand? So now you got to ask yourself, what took, if you claim, like you got on the internet and you said you already knew something wasn't right. You already knew he had something to do with it. Why did it take you so long to go to the police? Why you didn't go to the police the same day? Why you didn't go to the police soon as you found out Mo3 died? Went straight to the police station. Because you know you were the last one with him. You know that he was at your house. Make it make sense. Why? You know more than anybody that your nigga had beef with Mo3. You know who your nigga is connected to. So what took you so long to go to the police station? Why'd you wait before you decided to do what you did? I don't believe it was a coincidence. I don't believe it was a coincidence. I believe you got scared. I believe you started feeling guilty. I believe you got cold feet. I believe you started worrying about your life, if they was going to take you out because you played a part. Because for a woman to claim that she was so innocent, why would you be laid up with Devin after that? Why would you be answering phone calls from Devin in jail after that? Make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. They can't do that. They can't make it make sense. So we go to Jossie's statement. So we go to Jossie's statement, and then you say, okay, what did Jossie say? Well, what did Jossie say? What did she tell the police? Well, Jossie told the police that she had been involved in a romantic relationship for several months with the complainant. That the complainant arrived at her residence November 10th, about 1:07 p.m. That the complainant left the next day about 11:30 a.m. That she had no further communications with the complainant. That she was notified by a friend at 11:20 p.m. Now pay attention to that, y'all. She was notified by a friend at what time? 12:30 p.m. So y'all don't find that mighty funny? For a whole hour. You telling me for a whole hour, for a whole 45 minutes, you the only nigga in the world for 45 minutes in this world that was lost in space. Hold up, let me say this again, y'all. You telling me for a whole 45 minutes, because we know Mo3 left in a matter of 15 minutes from leaving her house. So you telling me that for a whole 45 minutes, you is the only one in America that was lost in space and didn't know that Mo3 died? Get the fuck out of here. Nigga, everybody from New Jersey, from Atlanta, California, from New York, it was all over the news. Soon as it happened, it was everywhere, all over the radio. It was hitting people's phone. People was on Facebook messaging people. People was on Facebook talking about it, posting 5 minutes after it happened. People was riding by on the highway, videoing it, putting it on Instagram 3-4 minutes after it happened. So you the only one in the world that didn't know, that had to wait until somebody contacted you. Ironically, make that make sense. Ironically, you had to wait until somebody contacted you. Y'all hear this shit? If I'm not even a detective and I smell bullshit. And I'm not a detective. So you imagine how these detectives think when they listen to this shit. I'm not even a Dallas PD and I smell bullshit. Everybody in the world knew. Don't nobody go to work and don't be on their phone. Don't nobody be at work and don't be on their phone. What's the first thing everybody, your bosses and everybody got to say to you? Girl, get off that phone. You always on that phone. Nigga, that's the number one thing people do at work is always tapping in and checking their phone. Always on their phone. So you want me to believe that you also one of the very many people out of the whole wide world that don't be at work playing with their phone. That don't be on their phone. You want me to believe that it's just a coincidence that you in the whole hour from 11:30 to 12:30, you didn't even try to text him and say, you made it? Everything okay? It's a reason that you didn't try to text him or call him. It's a reason. Any woman that you just spent 22 hours with and you leave their house and it's been 30 to 45 minutes and they ain't got a text from you or a phone call from you, is going to call you to make sure you got it home okay. They're going to text you to be like, everything all right, you good? You can't tell me that you are one of them women that don't check on their nigga to make sure he made it to the crib. Did you make it to go to your mama? Did you make it to the spot? You straight. So this particular day, you didn't know nothing about him being killed for an hour. You had no communications with him for an hour. And you had to wait until your friend called you for you to even know he was unalived. How ironic. The power three. I call that the power three, y'all. The big three. That's what we're going to call that, the big three. Get the fuck out of here. I guess I'm boo-boo the foo-foo. And I know the cops ain't boo-boo the foo-foo. But guess what? It was easier for them to use you as a witness than it was to take you down with them as a co-conspirator. Because you would have got the less charge. They would have gave you some bullshit. But now we know why Jossie is in protective custody. Now we know why she's in protective custody. Pay attention. She said that the complainant was reported as deceased on social media. That witness D. Jackson contacted their son by phone the day prior and the day of the murder and asked if the complainant was at the apartment. All right, hey, check this. Y'all see that? She told the police that Devin contacted her son the day prior and the day of the murder to ask if Mo 3 was at the house. Now, y'all believe that shit? Y'all believe that shit, my nigga? Y'all believe that Devin contacted his son the day before on November 10th? Because remember, Mo 3 got there at 1 o'clock. So y'all believe that Devin contacted his son the day before. Hey, Mo 3 there? Is Mo 3 there? Yeah, Dad. Yeah, Dad, Mo 3's here. And then the day of the murder, that morning, Mo 3 still there? Yeah, Dad, he's still here, Dad. He's still here. Y'all believe that shit? And this innocent child didn't go to her mother at any time and say, Dad keeps calling my phone. Mom, Dad's calling. Mom, Dad's calling. Not any time did the mother hear her son's phone ringing and say, who is that calling you this time of morning? And he only 5 years old. This is a 5-year-old little boy, y'all. This ain't no 11-year-old child. This ain't no 10-year-old child. This child is 5 years old at the time.